everyone, good afternoon guys. I hope you all are keeping well. So this is Pratma Mani Singh and today I'm going to teach you guys one chapter of grammar, that is adjective clause. So how to use adjective clause. You know guys, adjective clauses are also known as adjective clauses or relative clauses. Adjective clauses are a type of dependent clauses that describes or modifies nouns, just like an individual adjective. Like all clauses, adjective clauses also contain a subject and a verb in a sentence. You can identify adjective clauses very easily because they usually begin with related pronouns, just like that, which, and who. And you know, adjective clauses are common in English, but the rules can get a little tricky. And adjective clauses are dependent clauses, as I have told you. So adjectives, right? Adjectives, sometimes we use adjectives as a single word in a sentence, but other times they are clauses with their own subject and verb. So for an example, Rohan. So Rohan caught a gigantic fish. So here I use single word of adjective. But once I create adjective clause, so there I will say that Rohan caught a fish which was gigantic. So these way we use adjective clauses. Here's the thing that adjective clauses are often called relative clauses, right?
Yes.
Because they start, as I told you that they start and begins with relative pronouns. So what are the relative pronouns? So the relative pronouns are like that, which, who, whose, whom. These are the called relative pronouns. So for example, the new restaurant, which just opened last month, has already closed down. So here I used which, just opened. So there I used which. This way we use relative pronouns in our adjective clause.
Okay.
So there are many uses. Actually, relative pronouns have many uses. So there are many, if I give that. Relative pronouns, there are many like whichever, whosever, whomever, wherever. So these are also much less common than those which I have discussed. So it also introduces adjective clause. For example, I will take either taxi or bus, whichever comes first. So here I used it. And also there are such as like why, when, where. These are also much rarer used. If I give an example, so I believe guys you have watched Annabelle movie,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So for example, the movie Annabelle is a reason why I get rid of my all doll collections. So this way we use it. So now I'd like to talk about the 5 rules for creating an adjective clause. So the rule number 1 is that adjective clauses begins with relative pronouns. So this is why they are called relative pronouns, guys. So for example, if I say that I took my partner who has never seen snow on a sky trip. So here I used who has never seen snow. So there I used relative pronouns. So this way we use. And also, there's a thing that, what is the second rule? So the second rule is adjective, right?
Yes.
Adjective clauses need a subject and verb. And the main trait of adjective is they contain both subject and verb. So for example, everyone needs colleagues who are dedicated, okay? Or I need a roommate who is not afraid from spiders, honestly. So here I use I need a roommate, okay, who is not afraid from spiders. So here I use who is. So in this example, you can see that how these are different from the independent clause, right?
Yes.
So these will also be use. Could I make you guys understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So the rule number 3 is, as I told you that adjective clauses are dependent clause, right? So they must
Yes.
be connected with independent clause because we cannot say like, for example, if I say that where they have Wi-Fi, okay? So I do believe guys it doesn't make any kind of sense, right? So if I say that let's go to cafe where they have Wi-Fi, so definitely now it has made sense. So this way we in one line if I say that we cannot use adjective clauses alone, okay? So now rule number 4 is adjective clauses relate to noun. And if I give an example that, as I told you that we always begin adjective clauses with related pronoun. So related pronouns also introduce noun, and also noun act as a subject. So noun can be anything like the subject or the direct object or the preposition object and many other role of object or subject or noun. Okay. So for example, if I give an example, so she didn't wake up from nap until 6 p.m. when the sun was setting. So here the independent clause is she didn't wake up from the nap until 6 p.m. And the adjective clause is when the sun was setting. Okay. So here you can see that in this example that 6 p.m. is a noun and the preposition is until. So it is modifying when the sun was setting. This adjective clause is modifying the noun 6 p.m. Okay. So this way also we use, and this is the fourth rule. And now the fifth one and the last one is that adjective clauses are adjective clauses we use after the noun. Okay. As I told you that adjective, sometimes we use single word of adjective, and sometimes we use adjective clauses as well. So both describes or modifies noun, right? So here adjective clauses we use it after the noun, but single adjective ones we use that are used before the noun. So the first example which I have given you, that Rohan, right? Rohan caught a gigantic fish. So here I used a single word of adjective, right? So you can see that fish is a noun here, so it is modifying. Gigantic is modifying the noun.
Okay.
So once I am creating the adjective clause, so what I said, Rohan caught a fish which was gigantic, right? So here you can see that after the noun I am using it. So this way we use adjective clauses, and this is the last rules of it. And also there is a thing that we can start a sentence with noun clause, but we cannot use adjective clauses first. So for example, whoever eats most hot dogs gets the trophy. So here I use the noun clause. But once I will make the adjective clause, so there I have to say that the winner, whoever eats the most hot dogs, gets the trophy. So this way, this is the 5 rules for creating